Hello, hello. So, well done. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, you guys, today is SoulWork Sunday. I'm a little bit late, Had to run some errands. Let me just put this right here. All right. And then on top of that, as though me having to run errands wasn't enough of a delay, I checked out the link that I had posted. And apparently, I wasn't able to use it. So had to make a new life. All right, guys, let's just give people a little bit of time to find us. Let me put these away. Electronics have been really funky for the past few days. How are you guys doing? Hi, Becca. Hello, Diane and Yvonne. Hello, Susie Joe. Jovanka is here. Okay. Okay. Calm down. So, guys, I have a few things available today. Here is the link since, PayPal is still being a crusty little hoe. I really should stop with that. PayPal is a crusty hoe, but I really should stop with that. So here goes, guys. We have a few things available today. Let me go ahead and figure out what that is. Here we go. This is it. We have bioscans. We have Claire Tarot readings. We have soul purpose activation. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so extra right now. So the soul purpose activation, this will help with you really aligning with the events that need to happen for you to discover for yourself what your soul purpose is. This is not me telling you what your soul purpose is. And it's important you guys hear me as to why I'm not going to tell you what your soul purpose is. Okay. Clean the corn out the ears. So here's why. Because I'm a human, and because of the fact that I'm a human, I have built-in fallacies. I make mistakes. Thank you, Susie Joe. I make mistakes. I can make mistakes just like every single other human being out there. And what if I mistake what your higher self tells me as your soul purpose for something else? And then you miss what your actual soul purpose is because you're so busy listening to my ass. Like, don't listen to me. So instead, Michael told me it would be better if I go ahead and just realign everything so that way you can discover this on your own terms. And it's just going to accelerate and amplify the discovery date and process. So that's what that is. We also have 12-strand DNA activation. This is a morphogenetic template activation. Freaking bomb. The descriptions for everything that I'm going to do today, it's in the link. We also have the 12-12 starseed activation. We are still in that 12-12 intense portal. I swear to God, it feels like it's Mercury retrograde. I am not even joking. I need more lip gloss for this. I am not wearing enough lip gloss or this, like, I'm just saying. I'm just going to do that right there. Thank you. So we also have the Dragon Rider activation. If you're really feeling dragons, if you have dreams of you flying, riding something, regulators mount up, the Dragon Rider activation is for you. And then we have Lyran Claws activation. So quite a few of the Blu-rays, which many of the people who watch and join me during my live streams are in fact Blu-ray. Many of you are. Hold on. Basically, this is going to help to activate your coding. This is going to help to arm you with that Lyran Claw murder mitt action. Okay? All right. So now that that's out of the way, let me just breathe. Let me just breathe. We need to just breathe. We just having a moment right now. We just having a moment. Ooh. I would recommend an actual parasitic extraction. That would be a private session. It could just be, it could definitely, because I won't know unless I scan you. It could just be that you are having an increased rawness because of this 1212 portal still being gaping open, much like PayPal's vagina. I'm pissed at PayPal still. Okay. 55% at 506. I'm just saying, I'm gonna keep talking shit about PayPal until they release my shit, is what it is. I'm not even gonna be shameful about it. But yeah, the portal is still wide open and a lot of energy is coming in, and it can make you feel very raw, very heightened level of sensitivity to things that wouldn't normally upset you. Okay. So just, try your best to like breathe through it a little bit and see if that helps. So, all right, let me comment the link one last time for now. And then I'm going to start number wars. If this is your first time joining, which one? I don't do extractions. I don't typically do extractions on live streams just because I don't want to expose everyone else to that. I'm sure you understand. Okay. So we are okay, we are going to start with number wars. If this is your first time joining me, number wars is where you guess a number from 1 to 100. And if it lines up with what I have written on my phone, hold on. If you guess what I have written on my phone and I see your comment first, let me just figure out a way to express myself. The first comment that I see that matches the number I have written on my phone will win a Claire Tarot reading from me. All right. I see that you guys have just started guessing. So there you go. We're just going to go ahead and start. And it has to be the first one that I see. It doesn't matter if you wrote it and I didn't see it and I wasn't paying attention, then that just means I didn't see it. It didn't exist. It was written in Narnia and it's still over there in Narnia having a drink with whatever lives in Narnia. Because I don't remember the movie or the book. Yeah, you guys, this is too fast. Oh, shit. This is too fast. This is too fast. I can't see. Oh, God. Wait. I think Nicole Plant. Oh, sorry. Nicole Plant, you won at 96. I know it looks like chicken scratch. Don't worry about it. Nicole Plant, you won at 96. Congratulations, Nicole Plant. That was good. Was it as good for you as it was for me? It was good. It was real good. All right, Nicole, let's get you some cards, boo. Let's get you some cards. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, Lee King, I find your energy to be rather in need of recalibration. You might have a parasite. So let's see. Nicole Plant. Let's get. Oh, let's see. All the comments just stopped. I said, since you said, wait, what? Let me reiterate. I find something offensive in your energy. I don't know what it is because I'm not scanning you, but something about your energy leads me to feel as though you have a parasite. Bruh. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, Nicole. Okay. This kind of, I don't know if you were planning some sort of project, like a launching a business, doing something with someone else, but you've been wanting to bring something into form for some time now. It seems like you've been possibly taking the next steps to do this. Card number 19, dream a beautiful dream. This tells me that, you know, you're generating manifestation energy. And I'm wondering if maybe there's needing to be a shift in the plans that you're making. And maybe that shift might need to include either like reorganizing or, and when I say reorganizing, I'm talking about rearranging the way if other people are joining you for this whatever venture, reorganizing people's job duties, or just completely removing some folks. But it seems like something's going to be happening for you in very quick succession. Card number 33, heaven sent. But it does feel like there is someone that I don't know if you get their opinions or they just give their opinions to you, but they feel like someone who just has a pocket full of pins, meaning they're consistently like, no, that's not going to work. No, that's not a good idea. Like just really constantly shooting you down, shooting you down, shooting you down. So I hope this helps you. I definitely hope this helps and you're able to, if you have a project going on or you're still in like the consideration phase, I hope this gives you a little bit more guidance from your higher self so you can avoid any kind of unnecessary complications, okay? So there we go. Thank you, Miss Nicole Plant, for playing Number Wars. What's a parasite? Okay, if we're going to put it in religious terms, because parasite is really a PC term for something that religion already basically named, we're talking demonic. We're talking demons. You're welcome, Nicole. So let's go ahead and do another. Let's go ahead and do another Number Wars. All right. Hold on, let me find a number. Because heaven forbid I pick a number on my own. Okay. Why does this? Okay. Whoa, everyone's already guessing numbers. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, see. Oh, that's so fast. Oh my God. I'll see it eventually, is what it is. I'll see it eventually. I saw Nicole's comment. So let's see. You guys are getting close from the numbers that I can actually see. It's super close. Oh, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Well, yeah! Hippy bastard. Hippy bastard, you won at 79. Hippy bastard, you won at 79. Good job. Look at you. Look at you. All right. Hippy bastard has already won. Let's go ahead and do this. Congratulations. Congratulations, hippie bastard. I love your name. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The numbers go by so fast. It's like, it makes my eye twitch. Or it could be that person's parasite making my eye twitch. All right. Ooh. Yeah, it was definitely a blur. It was definitely a blur. The winning number was 79. All right, hippie bastard. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get you some cards, okay? Here goes. All right. Ooh. You have a connection with another individual that is not being reciprocated, okay? So card number 35, conscious connections. You have gotten to a point in your development where the connections that you have, they're very heart-based. Excuse me. They're very heart-based, and you're needing a deeper connection. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, you're out, bro. You need an exorcism? Message my page. If not, that's perfectly fine, but you're out. There you go. All right. And that's me cultivating my environment. I don't allow like disharmonic energy to remain in my space because I don't want to behave that way. So card number 35, conscious connections, hippie bastard. And it seems like they're focused on other things anyways. It doesn't necessarily, if this is a romantic connection that's being discussed, it doesn't mean that they're looking to replace you or cheating or any of that. It just means that it's not a heart connection. It's not like that deep, soulful, mutually beneficial type connection. And they're preoccupied with other things, maybe work, maybe, who knows, but they're preoccupied. Okay. The two of you aren't seeing eye to eye. Card number 10, releasing allegiances. This is really a call for you to begin letting go of a sense of obligation to hold on and working things out. And, it's not that you're giving up. It's that you're being realistic about who people are. People are who they are. And it doesn't necessarily mean they're bad or any of that. It just means there's a misalignment and they should be free to be who they are. If they're more interested in like human, existence, meaning just kind of going to movies, buying new things, working overtime, going on vacation. Those aren't bad things. You know what I mean? They're not bad things. But if you're not into that anymore and you've reached a point in your journey where you're into diving deeper into yourself, really expanding your consciousness, being exposed to other cultures so that you have a better idea of your sense of self. I mean, obviously those two are not aligned, right? So your allegiance needs to be released. Yeah, it's like, I love you. I love you enough to respect that you're at this part of your journey. I'm at this part of my journey. They kind of go different ways. And who knows, maybe they'll come back together later on. Maybe they won't. But I'm still going to always have love and respect for you. It's just right now, I need to find myself more than I need to be obligated to keeping you company as you enjoy yourself. So it's like that. And then card number 8, be the hunter, not the hunted. So this card is all about allowing yourself to receive as much as you give. And you give quite a bit, okay? You give quite a bit. And so it's time for you to stop blocking receiving. It's really time. It's really, really time. Give me 1 second. Okay. And even if I am a lesbian, I wouldn't be ashamed. I'm just saying. To address that, I actually have a lot of love for everybody, even people who have very limited, very, very limited consciousness. So this is all for you, hippie bastard. This is all about you. You allowing yourself to grow in such a way that's the most compassionate way for you, where you don't have to shrink yourself down. You don't have to stay silent about your needs, about your wants, and just really exploring who you are, allowing yourself to expand and spill over and, maybe even be messy. We're so fixated on growing in nice, neat little boxes, meticulously manicured and no, you don't need that. You don't need that. The way everything was created was a big anyways, right? From cosmos came order and cosmos is chaos. So allow yourself, if there's a period where you need to become a little bit more chaotic, allow it. Sometimes you just got to be a hot mess and be a hot mess and not have to explain that and justify and validate and just like, this is me, I'm a mess right now. Okay, that's okay. It's gonna be okay. So if you guys would like a personal reading, there's the link to do that. I'm going to do at least one more number wars. Yeah, let me see. All right. No, don't do that. I'm ready. Pick a number from 1 to 100. Whoever guesses, whoever's comment that I see first. Why is this concept so hard for me to express? Whose ever comment I see first that matches the number I have written will win a Claire Tarot reading from me. So, there you go. Explosions. Yeah, there you go. Uh-huh. If I have a seizure with the amount of speed that I'm viewing these numbers at, I'm not even allowing myself to blink at this point. This is ocular abuse. Self-inflicted ocular abuse. Let's see. Ooh. I'm feeling someone's energy. I see it. I see it. I saw it. I saw it. I swear I saw it. Hold on. I had seen it somewhere. Oh my God. Catherine Mary. Yes. Catherine Mary, you won at 18. Catherine Mary, you won at 18. You won, you won, you won. Catherine Mary won. All right, Catherine Mary, are you here? Catherine Mary. Catherine Mary. Just making sure they're still here. Yay! She's still here. She's still here. So, here goes. We'll get you some cards. Gonna get you some cards. So if you guys would like to have any kind of energetic work, any kind of reading, here's the link to that expedited request. There we go. Let's get you some cards. Oh. Everything okay? I'm feeling an uptick in emotion. Ooh, okay. You're going through something very intense, very, very intense, okay? Card number 23, defend to the end the worthwhile. I'm not sure if you've already basically been forced to defend yourself and you're feeling badly for having had to. If you have and you're feeling badly, don't feel badly. You're not the kind of person that just goes off on people for no reason. Like they have to really, really, really push you. Just push you and push you and push you. And this was justified. Absolutely. This was justified even on a soul level. Okay. So it wasn't a lack of compassion or a lack of patience. Hey, Daddy. Oh, okay. You're watching. Daddy, can you come upstairs and please turn off the heater because I'm going to die. It's too hot. It's just too hot. So card number 44, visions of life beyond death. Whatever happened really initiated a trauma-induced accretion. With trauma-induced accretions, hold on. Oh, has it been the past few years? Give me 1 second, okay. Oh, there you are.
Bro, it's coming.
Sir.
I got you.
Sir,
Bro.
We got a report that your spouse is about to keel over with her inability to regulate her body temperature.
So let's sit hi.
Okay, so Catherine Mary, you've been experiencing this for a few years, is what you said. So basically, you're going through a rebirthing process, okay? This is card number 44, visions of life beyond death. You have to close your eyes to what you think this is, the things that are going on around you. You have to allow yourself to really, really feel and experience. Just allow yourself to experience everything that's going on right now, okay? It's a lot of stuff. It really is. It feels like you're experiencing a dark night of the soul. It might be that people, it might be that you don't quite recognize what this process is, but it's definitely something that's going to grow you. Okay. Can you guys please stop with numbers, because I'm doing a reading for Catherine Mary right now and it's very disruptive. I can't see if she's commenting and needing me to see what she needs to say. Okay. So you're experiencing a dark night of the soul. Basically, it's probably been going on for quite some time. You get messages from your higher self, represented by the crow. The peacock represents your need to really just be who you are at this point. Allow yourself to witness your life as though it's not your life, and just really look at how everything has gone. If you allow yourself to be fully immersed in the emotions, it's just going to continue to overwhelm you. And I think that's kind of what's going on. You're very much overwhelmed. There might be a part of you that um, constantly is triggered, and I don't mean triggered as in offended and arguing with people, because really that's not what triggered means. When you get triggered, the true sense of being triggered is that you're being exposed to a stimulus that is triggering a remembrance of some sort of trauma that you've already experienced. And as that gets triggered, you then are right back where that trauma is. You're right back there feeling very threatened, feeling the need to defend. It's activating your parasympathetic system, and therefore you're entering a state of fight or flight. And so you'll either avoid it, or you'll become combative and, like, try and defend yourself, because that's what you feel you need to do if you're going back to a trauma state, right? So really, just be who you are. Yes, people do watch. Yes, people are very judgmental of you, but who cares? Who cares? Those people who are judgmental of you, they're judgmental people, period. Everyone's judgmental to varying degrees. You need judgment in order to be able to discern between something that is safe for you to experience and something that isn't. Well, these people who we think are judgmental, they're actually beyond judgmental. They're more about condemnation. They're looking for ways to justify their condemnation of you, and that's just who they are. And you're not going to change them, no matter how hard you try to bend over backwards, no matter how pure of a life you try and live and show them. They don't care. They're looking for ways to justify their very unfair condemnation of you. And you're just going to have to come to terms with that. There's no point in wasting your time with it at all. There really isn't. It might take you a little bit to stop caring what they think, but that's fine. That's your process. And you have to be free to experience your process however way you choose. All right. So card number 11, diving for light. If you are in an environment surrounded by darkness, which I feel like at this point you kind of feel like you are, like everything around you seems so dark, and it's not necessarily evil, but just a very deep, dense, shadowy feeling. Okay. You have to dive deeper into yourself to find your light again. It's buried very, very deep inside yourself, because you've been in a perpetual state of being triggered. What goes on at this point is you keep burying your light deeper and deeper into yourself. So now, in order to tap back into the light that you are, you're going to have to dive very deep for it. Okay. So this is about you recognizing you're simply in an organic process, 77% at 533. So 7-7 means completion raised up a degree. It intensifies the sense of completion. This tells me your soul is saying you're almost done with this cycle of ascension. Okay. 5 tells me change. It's time to now shift degree by degree the way you see your life and the events that you've experienced. Take the emotion out as much as you can and kind of just view things as they are. So the 33 in that is you are raising up your inner under and overstanding of yourself, of your journey, of your path. This is about your growth. This is nothing more than another step in that ladder, on that staircase that takes you back up to your ascended master status. Okay. And being an ascended master is not the goal. The goal in this life is to open yourself to experiencing everything that you need to experience. That's the goal. So that's all you have to do. Open yourself to the experiences, release that sense that you're being targeted. Even if you are, you know what? That's none of your concern. That's their problem. It's not your problem. It's their problem. You need to focus on yourself and your healing. Okay? Because this process has really greatly affected you. And we're going to need to do a lot of internal work to get centered again. You're not broken. You're not broken. Okay? You may be wounded, but every single last human being is wounded. And anyone who says they're not wounded, they're full of shit. Okay? And that's fine. It's fine if they're full of shit, because you know what? Shit is fertilizer. It's what eventually grows the seed of divinity within each of us. So they're going to go through their process. You go through your process. One plant does not concern itself with the growth and cycles of another plant. It simply sits in the light of its own truth and blossoms in its own time. Okay? Yeah, this is probably your soul basically confirming that you're doing the right thing. You're on the right path. There's not something else that you need to be doing. The healing, the self-healing needs to occur, and that's what you're doing. So you're on the right path. Okay? So let us see. How many was that? Excuse me, sir.
Hmm?
How many was that?
How many was what?
I don't even know. How many
three.
number wars? Was that already 3?
That was already 3.
Can you get me something to raise my glucose, please? Yeah. Please.
What?
What? All right. I'm so over this third eye drainage. I'm so over it, you guys. Okay. All right. If you would like to purchase and expedite, thank you, Maud, for commenting that. Please do check out the link that both myself and my mod have commented. All right. Ooh. Session timeout. Un momento, por favor. Da, 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 da. Give me 1 second. All right. So, Michelle Howard. Shell, are you here? Oh, okay. Do you have anything without corn in it?
Give it back.
Oh, no. You already put it in my hand.
There's nothing else, man.
Dang it. I gotta have some gummy bears, guys. Shell Howard, are you here? Let's see. Do you know what Shell's screen name is?
No. No.
Okay. Be that way. Good evening. Did you like my flirty shift? Good evening. All right, here's what we're gonna do.
Let me email her.
Can we just timestamp this?
What? Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, Shell Howard. We're gonna timestamp you at 38 minutes and 30 seconds. Hi, Michelle. Hello, Michelle. Let's go ahead and get you some cards. I'm going to do a general Claire Tarot for you. Whatever your higher self wants to come through. I'm feeling so much better. It's ridiculous. I feel so good now. I'm also very hot, so y'all please forgive me. I'm going to have to take my pants off in a few minutes.
You said what? I wanted to open this window right here.
What y'all don't know is I wear multiple layers of pants, is what it is. Card number 7, Legacy of Light. So, Shell, usually the human is in the toddlerhood of their consciousness. Your higher self is letting you know that you're raising up in frequency. You're raising up in dimensional level of consciousness. And there are a few struggles that come with that. Okay. So with the way your life is right now, your perception, it's not, well, not your perception, but your environment. It's not quite in alignment with where you're going with your consciousness. So you're going to find yourself having a harder time relating to people who you're very close to, even just, coworkers, whatever it is. And it's going to make you feel a little bit odd, like, what's going on with me? Why am I suddenly antisocial? Why does my food suddenly kind of, things that you normally would love, you suddenly can't stand it. If you like to drink wine, you suddenly can't have wine. If you like to get, no, I'm not even going to make that joke. I was going to say, if you like to get inebriated, it's just not going to work anymore. You're going through an ascension process. Okay. You're definitely going through an ascension process. And I think it might be your first large, very prominent ascension process. I think you've been through a couple already, but they've just been priming your space for this major one that's going on. Card number 30, the perfection of your life. So don't be surprised if suddenly the forest that is your life catches fire and storms are brewing and everything's kind of just going crazy. There's a lot of things that are happening, being allowed to happen by your higher self to clear space for new coding, new energies, new people to enter your life, your environment. It can become a very lonely process temporarily. All right. You might feel very alone, very misunderstood, very singled out, but that usually is what happens. It's a very, very common, very, very common occurrence when someone begins their ascension process. So, I mean, even with me, and there doesn't have to be drama. If you're not having drama, that's perfectly fine. There doesn't have to be drama. With me, when I had a massive ascension cycle, all of my girlfriends just stopped calling me. I wasn't exactly calling them either, but after a few weeks of radio silence, I just randomly noticed, like, where the hell those bitches go? I stopped being invited to shit. What, did I do something? And there was no drama. There really wasn't. They just didn't call anymore. And I didn't call either. And my life kind of just went in a different direction. But I like silence. I like to be alone. So definitely it's something that I didn't have any problem with. But most people have a hard time with it. So what I'm trying to say is it doesn't have to be that you're going to experience drama. If you're not already experiencing drama, it doesn't mean you're going to. It just means there's going to be major shifts in your life. And these shifts are not occurring because you're doing something wrong or you've suddenly become a bad person. All right. You're just clearing space for other levels and types of goodness to enter. Yeah, Daddy, can I have orange juice?
You want some of that?
Yeah, I thought I was pretty clear when I made the statement of glucose.
Oh, is that what it meant?
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Stacy, for reminding me. I know I'm going hypoglycemic. You know what? I just realized I didn't even eat today. That's probably what the problem is. That's probably what the problem is. Card number 12. Every journey starts with a single step. This is the first step of your journey. All right. This is going to be a journey that you're going to be on for the rest of your life. And as you move forward, know that you have everything that you need already packed away and with you. You're carrying everything you need with you already. And this doesn't mean your entire journey is going to be alone. Okay. Your soul tribe is looking for you already. They will find you. It might not be a conscious looking for you, but there are people who will be brought to you who resonate. They have the same resonance, and you'll be able to relate to each other. You'll be able to feel at home again. At home, being who you are as you evolve, not having to stay stagnant and be the person that people remember you to be. All right. So I hope that helps you. And thank you so much. 85% at 544. 85544. 8 being the number of reunification. 55 being the number of elevated change. 44 meaning there will be people who are brought to you, other individuals who will stand shoulder to shoulder with you as equals. All right. Thank you, kind sir. Ooh, you're gonna hate me at this point. Can you put a scoop of collagen in here, please? Because I need the protein. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let's go to the next one. He's so annoyed with me at this point. Yeah. Here we go. Next, we have Sarah Mesa. Mystic Mermaid, are you here? Are you here, Mystic Mermaid? He never says no to me, no matter what. He just does it. He tries. Oh, okay. Chiquita, Seranita 82. Órale, pues. Okay, chulada. What do you want me to scan, boo? What would you like me to scan? Chiquita, Serenita 82. Ooh, ooh. Cha-cha-cha. Okay, let me take off my pants. I'm too hot. For real? I know. You guys are probably like, what the hell is this girl doing? She's trying to eat. She's okay, you guys. While Chiquita is letting me know what she wants me to scan, I'm gonna tell you guys, I went to the gym this morning and I had bought these workout pants, right? Because they're lined. They're fleece lined. How many pairs of pants do I freaking have on? Oh, okay. That was the last pair. So these pants are so loud. They are so loud. So you've been feeling ice fire since last night on your spine. Let me go ahead and see what's going on. Your Kundalini is active. Um, your Kundalini is active, and it's looking as though you've started like a massive cycling. Have you been? Oh, okay. I was about to ask you, have you been having any kind of weird or sharp pains the top of the back of your skull? Okay. So there's a potentiality that you and your husband are actual twins. Um, and I think something attacked him. I do detect residual signature on the back, top right here, of your skull that is parasitic. It's parasitic sequencing. Yeah, it does go down to the base of the skull and maybe this far down on your neck, but not all the way. And it's like you shot up fire. 88% at 548. It's like you shot up fire to try and clear it. Let me just look at the rest of your system. Have you been having weird pains on the left side of your body, especially like your arm? And not super painful, just like weird, little bit of twitch here, pokey feeling, soreness on the left side, primarily the left arm, left shoulder, left rib area right here. Because what I'm seeing is a pretty intense attempt to attack you. Girl, it's all sliced up. It's almost as though someone went to town with 2 daggers and just cut, 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 and you trying to defend like this, like, no, trying to defend yourself. So it's all around here, defensive wounds. Um, I think you're pulling in information from your husband. I think you're pulling in information from your husband because I'm looking at your actual shield and it's like it's a phantom. You know, when I zoom in, it's not your shield. It's not your luminous bodies that are injured. I think it's his. This is why I'm wondering if maybe you guys are actually twins and or maybe it's just the husband wife connection because you guys are very close. It might just be that, but you're pulling it in. He's being heavily attacked. He's being heavily attacked. Has he been having problems with digestion? Yeah, you do protect him. You protect him quite a bit. Quite a bit. Does he have like, not super bad that he would go to the hospital, but just belly aches? Has he been having you do? Okay. You sure you're not pulling that in from him as well? Because I see a parasitic pouch. It might just be like queasy stomach here and there. So maybe it's not enough for him to actually complain and tell you about it. You should definitely ask him. Okay. Ask him and make sure because I see a parasitic pouch. And again, it's like a phantom. So I don't think it's you. I think you're pulling in his symptoms and he's just not telling you that he is having, those experiences because I mean, it's not bad enough that he would be doubled over in pain, but it's just kind of like a queasy, bubble gutty, like, "Ooh, what is that? Am I about to prairie dog?" No, I'm not gonna. Let me just let me just pull that conversation, that thought, girl. So yeah, those are the things that I'm seeing. Um, Hold on. On the right side of the top of your butt, the top of your butt cheek, okay? It's just below the ridge of your hip on your back, below that, but right above where your butt cheek would start. Are you having any pain there? And it might just be like, some aches or whatever. Something's corded to you right there. You still in Kokoro? You're still in Kokoro, right? I believe you are. Oh wait, you're in Kokoro Light. I was gonna say you should, because we just covered cords, but that was for clinical. Yesterday we talked about how to remove, contain. Um, Let me see what we could do. Because your higher self wants you to work on it. Your higher self wants you to be the one to begin maintaining your field. I think what's going to start happening is your husband's going to be getting attacked a lot more to get to you. So you're going to have to make sure that both of you understand the need for open communication about symptoms and experiences, because if they can get to you through him, they're going to go to town on him. They're not going to stop. They're going to go to town on him. And this is not to make you feel afraid. This is so you have to begin preparing him. And then you have to begin separating yourself emotionally, where it's like, okay, dude, something's wrong. We need to do something about it. Instead of 92% at 5:55. Instead of you like, oh, hell no, they're trying to get my man. You know what I mean? Because that's how I get. The hell you try and do to my husband? My husband knows how to do energy work, though. So I don't have to do that. I can just be like, well, all right, he's going to take care of it on his own. That's why he doesn't get attacked as much, So you kind of have to distance a little bit, not with your socializing with him or your feelings or sleep in a different bedroom. No, not like that. It's you have to not have as much of a personal reaction to it, because if you continue, if you start with personal like offense, excuse me, then they're going to target him. Okay. And I know you don't want that. I know you definitely don't want that. So start kind of thinking up a plan for you guys so that you can really strengthen your perimeter. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Do you have any questions, Chiquita Serenita? 82. And then what might be good is if you show him the PDF from the last live lecture that we did in class. That might help him understand, okay? Or any other PDFs that you can think of that might help him understand about parasitic circumstance and things like that. I know you've been part of the program for quite some time, so there's a wide range of stuff that you can look at. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have to believe, but if he gets the general gist, because as you know, the way I structure the class and the PDF, it's not all like namaste, new age, spiritual. It's more of scientific explanation. So he might be more receptive to it, and he doesn't have to do the whole program with you. He doesn't have to master anything. He just has to be aware, like, okay, so I'm feeling something, and in that thing my wife showed me, it was saying, symptoms, and I'm feeling those symptoms. Maybe I should talk to her, to give him a sense of awareness. So that way you guys can totally have a more fruitful communication about his experiences. Okay. Cause like if he knew that sometimes parasitic circumstance can manifest as very mild intestinal upset, and he's experiencing bubble gutty feelings, then he would have come to you and be like, you know what, I think there might be an issue. I've been having those symptoms. So yeah, just kind of make him aware of some of the different things that and I know would be beneficial for him to know. All right. I hope that helps. So um so um I don't know how to say your name. Damn it. Ukailia Naldoza. You're welcome, Chiquita. Or is it Ukailia? Ukailia? I'm butchering the Ukailia. Okay. Are you guys sisters? Are you guys sisters? Girl. Did I say it right? Okay, I'm taking off one sock. We about to get really real right now. Okay. The other sock is half off. What would you like scanned? Would you like just a general scan, or Um, now I'm cold. I'm not in the UK, but I'm cold. Hi, Linda. A general scan. All right, I'll get started. Are you having a physiological problem? Um, I see the upper left shoulder blade. It's like a dense energy. You've been having issues with your energy. I see a blockage like right here, but in the back. So if you go all the way through to the back, that's where it is, right back here. And it's almost like it's entering the lung area. And I'm wondering if do you live in an apartment or like well, was there an issue with mold? It feels like this is mold related. An apartment. Have there been any leaks, any moldy smell, or like any appearance of mold? Okay. I'm hoping one of your neighbors doesn't have some sort of leak, like a slow leak that's allowing mold to grow between the walls and you're sensitive to it. Let me just, because I see it. The density is there, right in here in the back, but I see it circulating. It like it enters through, and then it goes through. So you're inhaling it, and then it separates into the two lobes, and then I see it going through to the alveoli, and then it's entering through to your because that's a blood gas exchange. It's entering through to your bloodstream, and it's circulating. And you're also having leaky gut issues. Um, the leaky gut, you have hyperpermeable bowel. Um, you're high frequency. The foods that you're eating is not compatible with your frequency, and it's causing a lot of systemic inflammation, and that inflammation is damaging the T junctions in between the microvilli in your intestine. And so instead of being tight like this, they're all swollen and the T junctions are damaged, and that acts as the doorway that allows food into the bloodstream. Vegan's not going to work for you if you have high frequency. So you have to remove grains. You actually, and people are going to be like, this girl is so full of shit. Here's the thing. I was vegan for 6 years straight. I love veganism. I love the whole concept of it. I love the compassion and all of that. But when you are very high frequency, veganism is not compatible. I know a lot of people think that veganism is a much more spiritual diet, but that's for people with low frequency. And the reason it's considered a spiritual type of diet is because, of course, you're not harming animals. And then in addition to that, it raises your frequency really, really high. But you're already a very high frequency. So if you raise your frequency even more, that's a greater imbalance you're creating. So what you need to do is remove all grains, rice and corn included. You also have to remove all dairy, and you have to remove nightshades like potatoes, eggplant, those type of things. And you probably will need to talk to your doctor. I'm not a licensed medical professional, so I'm not licensed or trained to treat, diagnose, or any of that. So I can't really give advice, but you definitely have to begin looking at your diet because xenobiotics are entering your bloodstream. The xenobiotic basically means foreign things, partially digested food, pathogens, all kind of different things. Also, I think there's a mold issue. Okay. You can look online, and there are places, hopefully they're affordable, where they'll test your air for mold. And all you do, I think for some places, you just leave out a container of water exposed to the air for, I don't know, a day or something, and then you send it to the lab. But you might want to consider that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's something else, but it's something that you're inhaling. It's an inhalant. I don't know if it's not a gas leak, because I see particulates, small particles, airborne particles that are entering your respiratory tract. It's entering. It's small enough to not be able to be fully filtered by the nostrils, and it's entering, and it's adding to it's a compounding of all kind of different different conditions. But the best way to resolve this is test your environment for pollutants, and then begin with the food. Jenny might be able to help you with the food. She has some idea of what I'm talking about. Well, I don't know. Am I like putting you on the spot, Jenny? I'm sorry if I am. Well, she's heard me talk about this long enough, so I assume. I'm like, well, tell Jenny. I'm sorry, girl. I just turned you into my personal assistant. My bad. But yeah, talk to her. You've been present with me and my diatribes of diet to know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you've been feeling off because you're at the cusp of developing an autoimmune condition. Typically, when you have a hyperpermeable bowel that's been present for a prolonged period, the body reaches a critical state. Your immune system becomes suppressed or depressed, and you become more susceptible to overreactions of the body. You also become more susceptible to infections. It also makes it harder for you to heal. So all of those things, you're reactive to the foods that you're eating, and being reactive or intolerant is not the same as being allergic. So you're not going to go to a dermatologist and get an allergy test, because that's not going to register. Like, I'm not allergic to rice. I'm intolerant. I can't digest it. I would be fucked up if I eat rice. Yeah. I'm not a celiac, but I can't have gluten, because if I have gluten, I'm fucked up. I'm really fucked up so bad. I get put to sleep. Like, I mean, it's a sedative for me. Like, as soon as the meal is done, even if it's trace amounts, I'm knocked the fuck out. Like,
I'm alone
knocked
in the car.
out. Like,
I'm alone in the car.
Yep. So, I hope I've given you enough information for you to begin your own process of, finding out stuff. I don't remember the name. I had seen a naturopath in somewhere, I think in Natomas, or was it Elk Grove? Somewhere up there. But there's naturopaths everywhere. You can't go to an allopathic doctor for this, because allopathic medicine hasn't even been able to establish an official diagnostic procedure nor a treatment plan. So they're just going to be like, oh, here's some steroids, which is going to fuck you up more. Avoid steroids as much as you can. Prednisone, all of that. Avoid it as much as you can, okay? Because it will suppress your immune system even more. Allopathic medicine was created for symptomatic suppression. They're just trying to address the symptoms, not the root causation. You need to go to the root causation, because if you suppress the symptoms, that energy and the the way your body will process it, it will enter your lungs more. And if you already have that condition in the lungs, that's not going to be good for you. So no modern medicine. You have to, and that's the thing. Insurance typically doesn't cover naturopathic medicine. So first, do as much research as you can on your own. If anything, maybe you can get a diagnostic testing done, or like an initial appointment with a naturopath. Ask them as many questions as you can. Write down as many keywords as you can, and then do the research yourself. So if you have to pay out of pocket again to see the naturopath again, you know exactly what to ask for. You get straight to the point, and cut down on the costs. Okay. But the thing is, with a naturopath, yeah, you're paying out of pocket, but yeah, you're addressing the root causation. You're healing it. So it's not free, but you're not just covering up the symptoms. So that's the give and take of it. Okay. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Oh, I love your name. Pork Chop Gang. Why don't we have a Pork Chop Gang shirt? I want to be part of the Pork Chop Gang.
I like pork chop.
Let's see. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let us mark this. All right. Melissa Bernard. Melissa, are you here? You're welcome.
Wait.
Hmm?
Whose name did you call?
Melissa Bernard.
Did you call a name before?
Huh?
Did you call a name before that?
Melissa Bernard.
Okay.
Why?
No.
Hold on.
Just asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe you poisoned me with this.
I love you. Give it back. Blasphemy. Give it.
Y'all see that? I spanked its ass. I can't have corn. Oh, Melissa. Let's get started. I haven't called you yet, Javanka. All right. Melissa, do you have something in particular that you want to ask, or just general guidance from Soul? I have a gummy bear addiction too, but gummy bears have corn in it, and corn kills me. Notice how swollen my face is? Because I've been eating corn. The swelling is dissipating because I've stopped for a few days. Okay, gotcha. I don't think it's a gas issue, to be honest. I don't think it's a gas issue. I think it's more of a particulate, like actual particles. Girl, when you ask questions, you hide yourself answers. Oh my God. Let me just get another card. This is just like, okay, Melissa. What is this? Okay. All right. So the first card that came up, card number 13, Power of Attraction. You know what this is. Okay. Thank you, Ja Markson. So here goes. Your vision is being realigned. You are at the cusp of seeing eye to eye, and when I say at the cusp, does that mean it's going to happen today? Does that mean it's going to happen tomorrow? We don't know. But you are at the cusp of something profound. You guys are about to see eye to eye. So let me see what this one means. Cartouche. Lady Isis initiates you now into her special mysteries. The use of sacred intonations. The words that you speak are rapidly gaining power. To benefit from this power rather than be undermined or held back by it, practice thoughtful speech and clear your heart of old unforgiveness, which can poison your words unintentionally. I think we have to stop talking shit. We got to be real, girl. I'm not saying talking shit about other people. I'm saying talking shit about our higher selves. And when I say talking shit about higher selves, I'm talking about like, well, you just going to have to drag me then, aren't you, biatch? No, don't say that anymore. You can't say things like that anymore, because it's kind of, instead of her recognizing that that's your way of trying to process, it tells creation that that's actually what you want. So it solidifies the need to drag you. Okay. So as your heart grows in purity, you'll be able to speak with spiritual authority, and what you speak of will come into being more swiftly and obviously. Isis is initiating you as a master healer in her sacred tradition of divine names of power. So with this, you're going to need to create some sort of mantra, something that is very unique for you and your circumstance, what it is you want to manifest, because you're being given elevated ability to manifest it. All right. Card number 10, releasing allegiances. So this is about you shedding all of those layers of you that are no longer in alignment with your growth. You know what those layers are. You know what the shackles are. You have 3 shackles that keep you bound to the life that you're in right now. I'm pretty sure you know what those 3 shackles are. Okay. With that being said, you definitely have to begin choosing yourself, which you've been in the process of really profound growth, and you have been actively choosing yourself, but now you're being given information that that will be shifting what you choose for yourself. I don't know if that makes sense. You're going to have to start to fly. Okay. Wings of Isis uniting with the angelic self. You have to begin flying. Ooh. I saw this earlier today. Hold on. They looked like swords. Hold on. All right. You have to begin allowing yourself to fly. It's time for you to fly the nest. You're going to be reuniting with higher aspects of your consciousness that are really going to begin, those aspects are really going to begin soothing any fears you might have about this process, about any insecurities, any questions, any of that. I mean, it's still going to be something that challenges you, You're still going to feel as though you're being dragged. You're probably still going to resist, but that's just who you are. You know, your higher self knows this. She feels, she knows. All right. So with the peacock feather there, this is really, really telling you your higher self knows who you are. It knows that you're not against your own process. You just have to have some time to come to terms with what that process is becoming. All right. So she doesn't want to punish you or force you or any of that. She just is presenting you information to begin your own process of acceptance of your path, the details of your path. She keeps reiterating, it's not about forcing or control. It's not about controlling you and forcing you. Okay. So here's the thing. Power over 7 scorpions, power to conjure lower vibrational forces. So there you go. I know you have this deck. You're being initiated into the magic of conjuring to have power to affect lower vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. You are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non-judgment. You can then manage any toxicity in your life swiftly and with great effect. So, I mean, is this telling you to do black magic? Not necessarily. This is more about you really tapping into your shadow aspects, because there's tremendous, tremendous potency there, especially for you personally. There's tremendous potency there. So begin exploring those depths. And maybe this is why you're needing to be brought down into that shadow realm, the lower levels of frequency, so you can begin really exploring these things. But I just know she keeps emphasizing that there was a need to make sure you know that you're not going to necessarily be forced, that what you were being presented were potential options, and you're being presented with these potential options in advance, so that way you have time to really mull over the details of your path. Okay? I hope that helps you. So let's see. Did you do something to the... Oh, okay. Chandi.
What did you say?
Nothing.
You say something to me.
You say that to me? I'm glad it makes sense. You're welcome. Thank you, Maud, for posting the link. So if you guys would like to get energetic work done, if you would like to have a reading done, a bioscan, just check out the link that both my Maud and I have commented. I have several different options available for today's expedites. Moon Chicklet, are you here?
She is.
I don't see it.
I just told you.
You say that to me? I just saw it right now.
What?
You bad word sayer. You bad word sayer. All right. Chicky, what would you like me to scan? General scan or something in particular? Do 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 do. The what?
Chakras.
Chakras?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me see. Thank you, Comanche Native. So let's see. Have you been feeling sick? Like vomiting?
She said her tongue this morning.
There's a finding. I have to talk to you in private about the finding. Is that okay with you, or do you want me to um, discuss it here on the live? Is that okay? All right, I'll message you once the live is done. Um, Next is Melanie Lee. Melanie, are you here? You're welcome, Chicky. Melanie Lee, are you here?
Yes, she is. It's not for her. It's for her daughter.
Okay. Is there something in particular that you want? Is there something in particular, Maya, that you would like me to read for? Yeah. Hi, Maya. Do you want me to do a general first? Do you want me to do a general reading? Is it your birthday?
She said, yes, please.
Is it her birthday?
She has
Oh shoot. All these
no,
cards.
my mom is sweet to me.
Well, I'm gonna just sing happy birthday to you anyways. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay. That was it. That was it. Let me just shuffle these. Okay. Sorry about that. I wasn't scanning you. Here goes. Girl. All right. Oh, wrong deck. Hold on. Are you dealing with jealous ladies, because you are rather beautiful, are you dealing with bullies? Oh, shoot. Oh, my God. The whole deck.
Jealous boyfriend, actually.
Oh, is he acting a little bit catty? So here goes. Card number 3, inspiration. So you're being inspired to grow. All right. You're feeling and experiencing an increase in your personal power. And that probably is why he's so insecure. It's his own insecurities. To him, he doesn't feel worthy of you. And so if you really look at it, because he doesn't feel worthy of you, he feels like he really outdid himself being with you. His fear is that you'll realize this too, and so you'll be with someone else. And he can be very sweet. He can totally, make honey, provide sweet little nuggets for you to kind of enjoy. But he keeps, I don't know. It's like that mix between sweet and having, stinging you. I mean, bro, like that's some bipolar shit. It really is. He has a parasitic circumstance, not you. He has a parasitic circumstance. I think that's probably what I detected. I didn't detect it off you, but there was something that was kind of lurking around the outside of your field. So, yeah, because he got infected. He got a parasitic situation going on. Hold on. You can help him through this. You got the 9 of Cups. Success, advantage, well-being, abundance, good health, difficulties surmounted. So you can definitely help him through this. What it really wants to do is kind of drive a wedge between the two of you and create a whole bunch of drama, unnecessary drama. And I think, to be honest, I think this is being done to try and affect Melanie. You definitely, Melanie, you cannot interfere in this, because if you interfere in this, what's going to end up happening is both of them are going to be tagged as like perfect Trojans to access you. So then the two of them will continue to get very much pestered by parasitic things. Okay. So you have to not allow yourself to have an emotional reaction, because obviously, Maya trusts you. She would come and vent to you, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. This is not for you, Maya, to feel like you got to keep secrets from your mom. But just know that, Melanie, if you decide to become emotionally invested in what she's going through, they're going to tag the two of them. Okay. So try your best not to. Maya, card number 5, follow your own rhythm. Ooh. So you're turning away from the light. You're turning more towards the shadow aspects. With the things that I've just said, I wouldn't be surprised if you suddenly feel the need to become a little bit more quiet and enter a hermit phase in order to protect your mom. That's not the point of this. The point of this is for you to continue with however you cope with your struggles. And if that includes going to your mom and venting to her, then you need to continue that. I think this is a lesson for Melanie to not become emotionally attached to circumstance, to whatever it is that's going on, whether it's hers or yours or anyone else's. She can't allow herself to become emotionally attached to it, because what ends up happening is it's then used by parasitic to enter. Okay. So let's see. Can you shut down the link?
Oh, yeah.
10 of coins in reverse. Bad odds, possible loss, hazard, robbery, loss of inheritance, dissipation, gambling. So you're going to go through some stuff, Maya. All right. You're going to go through some things. It's going to be a bit of a struggle. It's probably going to be centered around your boyfriend and his parasitic struggle. He has a parasitic circumstance. How much do you actually want to know, Maya? How much of this do you want to know? And how much would you prefer to just experience? Because there are certain details, if you know, it might be the impetus for that event to occur. So do you want to know what these last two cards are? Or do you feel like it would be better to just kind of leave them out and you've already heard enough to understand what your process is?
She wants to know. She wants to hear it. Fighting.
Okay. You want to know what you really, really need to hear. Let me ask your higher self. Okay, so the reason you keep fighting, the reason you keep fighting is because he has a parasitic circumstance, and that circumstance has recognized a way to access you through conflict, and you've been allowing the access. It's causing him to become very manipulative, entering a phase, or not a phase, but like tapping into characteristics of your boyfriend that are bordering on narcissism, gaslighting, things like that. It's bordering on narcissism, and it's amplifying it. It's exacerbating these tendencies. Okay, he's not necessarily a narcissist, but he has the coding to become a clinical narcissist, and it's amplifying that. Okay, so this is because of a parasitic circumstance. Okay, I would have preferred not to share this, but your higher self says, since you commented what you commented, to go ahead and tell you this, okay? You're going to walk away. You're going to break up with him. You're going to find someone new. Card number 39, free from judgment, free to love. He's going to become abusive. Okay? Physically abusive? I don't think so. There is a potentiality of maybe pushing you or grabbing your arms and shaking you, but like actually striking you, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. But it's just going to continue to worsen. It's going to continue to worsen because they've realized, the parasitic circumstance has realized that they can very easily trigger him through his insecurities. And because he is so good at manipulating you, it can then access you. And if it can access you, it can then access your mom. See the domino effect. So your final card is, hold on. Nine of Staves in reverse. So a lot of stuff's going to be thrown at you all at once. All at once. I would not be surprised if at some point very soon he's becoming mentally unstable. I wouldn't be surprised if he has some sort of psychotic break, okay? Like some sort of psychotic episode, even borderline like schizophrenic. His latching is getting pretty intense. His parasitic latching is getting pretty intense. So Nine of Staves in reverse means obstacles, adversity, delays, disaster, ill health. And I think this is in reference to him. Okay. So what you have to know is this, okay? He's been having lots of mental breakdowns in front of you. All right, so then we have to shift gears. What I just said about I don't think he would physically harm you is now taken off the table. He has the potential to physically harm you. Is this something that he, in his sane mind, with clarity, would choose to do? Absolutely not. But when you pair mental instability, emotional instability, parasitic circumstance, and on top of that, he has his amygdala is being very heavily tampered with. Your mom knows what the amygdala does. It's hooked into the amygdala. So the level of aggression can be cranked all the way up. They're already constantly overstimulating his parasympathetic system, constantly in a fight or flight, constantly in huge fluxes of hormones. And this is not a good circumstance for you. I always try my best to see the good potential, but I have to be very honest and very realistic with this. There's a tremendously elevated potentiality of you being physically harmed. Can any of this be changed for the better in any way? Not by you. Not by you. You don't have the right or the authority to change anything for him because he's the sovereign. You can't. You can't. It has to be something he chooses on his own. And if you talk to him about this, if you try and convince him something is wrong, you're playing right into the plans of the parasitic because it's already telling him all kind of stuff, all sorts of stuff. See, look, she thinks you're crazy. See, she's going to leave you because you're crazy. She thinks you're weird. She thinks this, she thinks. And if you say these things, it's going to trigger in him a sense of abandonment and he's going to flip out on you. Okay. I mean, ask your, an extraction could delay the issue unless, as you already know, Pukinva, I'm sorry. As you already know, I can extract it, but if he's identified with it, which he has, he will let it back in, and that's a waste of money. Absolute waste of money, because then it reverts all the way back to regular. And that, I think that's the root issue. He is identifying with it because it's using mimicry, it's using thought inception, and he's identifying with the parasite at this point. He would flip if I told him I thought he had a parasite. I'm pretty sure he would. The level, the gravity of him freaking out on you about that, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure he would freak out because then the parasite knows that you know. And then you become public enemy number one for that parasite. Because if you know and try and convince him, then it's going to fight. It's going to fight to remain. And it's going to really, really agitate him. And that might be what causes you to be physically harmed. See what I'm saying about what I said earlier? Sometimes the knowing of information is what leads to the event that I'm shown. So I don't know what you should do. I don't know what you should do. I don't know if you should tell him. I don't know. I mean, how can you keep this to yourself? You know what I mean? So this is a very difficult circumstance you're in. One potential thing that you might want to consider thinking about is not when he's agitated. Don't talk about any of this to him when he is agitated because he'll hurt you. When everything is nice and calm in a very, very loving way, hey, I had this reading done. And it was just, a general reading. I didn't have anything that I was asking. And this came up. And I don't really know what to make of it. But if you approach it with, like, look, you, like, you have a problem. We need to fix you. You are broken. You are going to do, nope, not going to work. Not going to work. But if everything is nice and calm, which I don't know if you're going to find a moment where you can kind of just slide this in as conversation. If everything is nice and calm and you present it in that way, like, what do you think about this? And then you can let him watch my video on parasitic circumstance and, say, like, well, she has a video on parasitic circumstance, and see how it resonates with you. Do you experience any of this? And then he can start piecing things together on his own. That's a potential way to do it. But if you just sit him down or blurt this out in the middle of him having a breakdown, that's not going to end good. That is not going to end good. He needs a psychiatric evaluation. He needs it. He really does. He has the makings of a really volatile mental breakdown. Really, really volatile. So you have to be careful, and you just have to. You have to really accept you are not here to save him. You are not here to save anyone but yourself. He is not your responsibility. I'm not asking you to abandon him. I'm asking you to be very realistic in your expectation. You can be supportive. You can be loving. You can be compassionate. You can help him find the help that he needs, but he has to choose that himself, or else you become the reason all of this is happening in his head. Okay? So, where did we I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's something you recognize within each other from previous life connection. I honestly don't know why you connected that way in the beginning, and now things have kind of just degraded. Let's see. Ooh, Wayne. Maya, are you an empath? If so, you could have been love bombed. Yeah. Narcissists do have a tendency to be very loving and strong connection and make you feel as though you're their entire world until they've got you. Is he a narcissist? I don't know. I don't know. He has narcissistic tendencies. Um, I don't know any ADHD that causes this type of circumstance. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist or therapist or psychology major or any of that. So I am just stating I don't know ADHD to cause these psychotic breaks. Um, yeah. And the fact that he thinks he should be that his ADHD medication would resolve this tells me he really seriously needs to see a medical professional that can help him properly diagnose whatever it is he's experiencing right now. This is a true medical condition. Um, you know, I'm kind of inching towards a 5150 call if he has a breakdown in front of you again, where you clearly explain to him, I'm concerned about you. I'm calling you in for a 5150 because I'm concerned you are a danger to yourself or to others. I need you to get medical attention. And, you know, you're not trained for this, Maya. Okay? He needs professional help. This is, you know, the most loving thing you can do is get him the help that he needs. That's the most loving thing you can do. That's how you help him save himself. Okay? So I'm sorry that something that was supposed to be fun, it became something that's not fun. Gosh. Gosh. I hope this helps you decide what to do for yourself, how to move forward from this. Uh, it's going to get messy though. Okay. There's a potential for a big fat mess for a little bit, but you're really good at cleaning up. So it's not gonna affect you long term. Well, it will affect you, but it's not going to destroy you forever, is what I'm saying. All right. You will be able to heal from this. You will be able to move on. Um, I don't think you'll be moving on with him though. There's a slight chance, but that has to be something he chooses. That's not something you can convince him to choose. All right. I'm very sorry that I have to be this honest. I know it's not what you want to hear, but I can't allow you to be in harm's way just because I'm uncomfortable with sharing what I'm told. All right. So and you're welcome. You're welcome. Um, next we have Kate Abel. Kate, are you here? Oh, there,
She is.
Kate. Kate, please, you have a seat. And I want you to breathe very deep and very slow. I'm going to go ahead and do your DNA activation. Give me 1 second. Let me mark this. Do, 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 do. So breathe very deep and very slow. How do you feel? She says that was awesome, actually. So there's a little bit of delay in the energy being detected by your field of awareness. Make sure you stay seated for a little bit longer. You might suddenly feel like a huge of tingles and ice fire up and down the spine, all kind of just like really euphoric type of feelings. Okay. So let us see. Oh, go up here. Mhm. Okay. So I know Cheryl said she had to go. You feel stabbing in your shoulder. Breathe deep and slow. That's your wing buds. You have etheric wings. You're of an angelic lineage. And so you have etheric wings, and they're preparing to be released from their casing. Um, you might feel some like twitching, things like that. That's the wing moving. Okay. You're pretty sensitive to energy. So, Cheryl Walker, let me go ahead and 159. So, all right, let me just type her name. Unless she's here. You're welcome, Kate. All right, let me just. Okay. So, hi, Cheryl. I know you said you had to leave, so I'm going to go ahead and do your expedite. I'm going to attach it. I'm going to first put it in a containment unit and attach it to the outside of your auric shield. So when you go to watch this, all of that coding and upgrade will be injected into your template in accordance with what your higher self feels is most appropriate for you. Let me just get a song. Oh my gosh. Cheryl, your dragon came. I love your dragon so much. Oh my gosh. I love him so much. So I went ahead and did your expedite. I also was instructed by your higher self to add an extra oomph of energy. All right. So when you go to watch this again in a few seconds, you might begin to feel all of that extra charge being injected into your template. This is to fuel a separate type of cycling. Um, you can say it's an upgrade and activation. I'm not going to be doing it to you. This is to help fuel a process that's organic to you and that will be performed by your higher self. All right. So I hope this is an amazing experience for you.
Do you want to know why you use listen to music
Hmm?
when you do your energy work?
Why do I listen to music?
Yes.
Well, because first off, I have some pretty bad ADHD, in case you guys haven't noticed. I'm very, very easily distracted. So, what I end up doing, my mind can compartmentalize quite a bit. And when I listen to music, my mind is preoccupied with singing the song, and so it has less resistance. It's able to resist and interfere with the energetic flow a lot less than if I didn't listen to music, because then I'd be like, oh god, this is so stupid. What is this? No, why would I do that? What is it? Yeah. So I play music, preoccupy the monkey mind, let it be on its own little thing, and I allow myself to do the energetic work uninterrupted. Okay. Um, do you see that?
Yeah. Do you answer that? You first.
Mm. I'm trying to figure out if that's a serious question.
Oh, no.
Does my face bother you? I guarantee you I'm just as cute without makeup on. um, yeah, and if you think I'm wearing a face full of makeup, I'm actually not. I just have lashes on and some chapstick. Oh, it's not chapstick. It's like flesh colored sheer moisturizer. So, unfortunately, ma'am, this is just my face. um, I mean, like, let me show you. Let me show you. Is it different in color? No, no. That's because I'm not wearing makeup. Thank you, Mama. You guys, people are just weird. People are just weird. Hold on. That that was just weird. All right, let's go on to Wayne Cook. Okay. I did the right thing. Wayne, do you have anything? Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that I glow like I'm pregnant. What kind of shit is that? You heard me say I have hella kids. I do. I have a lot of kids. Quite a few. All right, Wayne is here. Wayne, is there anything that I guarantee you I'm not pregnant. I'm not. My uterus and my ovaries are currently at war. One of them is mortally wounded. Okay? So You catch my drift. Wayne, is there anything in particular that you want me to scan for, or any question that you want to explore with your Claire Tarot reading? I don't tell anyone how many.
I just did.
Oh God. Okay. So Wayne, was there anything that, okay, I'm feeling lost as my direction. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Do I need to check you for demons that you would write that? All right. I hope I'm pregnant. Just to get even. No, I'm not pregnant. I know that for a fact. So, Wayne, let's see. I'm shuffling the cards. Maybe we can get you some clarity. You know, I've noticed that it's when I feel lost that I'm gifted with the opportunity to begin finding more fractals of myself. Thank you, Ja Markson. He's actually a really good dad. Really good dad. Yeah. Not just saying that. No, Javanka, I got tricked how many times already? People kept saying, and the next one's a girl. Liar! They're all liars. All right, Wayne. Oh. You're going through an ascension cycle right now. You're going through an ascension cycle. Let me get you other cards. Which, this one? Talking to your higher self. Let's see. Ooh. There's a lot of energy here. Very, very fascinating. Okay. Wayne, card number 3, inspiration. So maybe there were moments that were sweet in life not long ago. Maybe that sweetness has ended up stinging you, and you've kind of just felt like your life is just passing you by. Well, it's okay. This whole thing, the honey and the stings, all have to do with the process of your blossoming. You needed to experience both the highs and the lows in order to understand exactly where your center point is, where your stillness is located. So with the hair going up in a what do you call it? Golden ratio type of shape. This tells me you're in an ascension cycle. You're in a really huge ascension cycle. And you've kind of plateaued a little bit. It might have felt like everything's kind of dragged out. The days seem to just blend into each other. You don't really know where the time goes. And you said you felt lost. I wouldn't be surprised if not only do you feel lost, you feel like there's just really no direction at all. Like what is the whole point of this? Well, because there is a part of you that's tied to ancient code. Excuse me. There's a part of you that's tied to ancient code. Card number 1, the ancient ones. Um, I feel like you were cleaved from the ancient ones. I think you come from a line of founders. This race of beings, they're not physical beings, but this race of beings is where you come from. And this could be something that's coming up for you now because you're needing to really release what this life is. What I mean by that is you're still attached to what you expected life to be, how you thought life was going to end up when you're retired, with relationships, with connections with other people, your living circumstance, how you're going to spend your days, all of that, your feelings towards all of this. You're still attached to it. Um, you're getting to a point now, though, where you're ready to let it go. And that's probably why you've had to plateau. Kind of, it's almost like a pause as you're rising because you need to detach from it. You need to no longer be able to identify with that part of your journey. Okay. Yeah. I feel like an old warrior in every past life and never lived past this point. I'm only 45. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Some of the ancient ones, some of the founder race, um, did choose, myself included. I'm part of the founder race. That's where I came from. We did choose to go ahead and be filtered through the blue rays, through the samurai, through all sorts of warrior people who have lived in varying designs of the code of Bushido. All of this is really very much ingrained in you. Many of them didn't live to be very old. Many, because we came here to do specific things, get her done, go back home. This is not our place. This is not like Earth, this human existence. This is not our place. This is not our preferred um, form of existence because we come from something that's so unlimited. We don't even have bodies in that form. We don't have bodies. We don't have form. We're not even light in the shape of a humanoid bipedal being. We're just there. We just exist. And so maybe there's this part of you that's bringing back this information. Card number 21, beyond the mind, the heart beats. There you go. You are reconnecting back to that 0 point, that point of origin from which you came. This is you needing to examine what you're speaking into being. This is you going on that magic carpet ride back to where you came from. This is you rebirthing yourself. You being once again reconnected to this unfathomable greatness that the founders are. So it's a very, very advanced lineage that you were cleaved from. And we volunteered to come to this shit show. I'm sorry. Did I speak a little bit too much truth right there? This shit show of a planet. We're here, though. We're here. Whoever is running this show needs to be fired. Oh my God. So card number 51, the staff. So now you've entered this phase where, like a crescent moon, and you really, really reached a point where you feel very drained, depleted, like you just can't do this any further. Like, what is this about? Let's see. All right. The staff is the symbol of authority because you come from the founder line. It holds the power to temper extremes, The staff helps you find the right course of action, the way of the middle, and aids you to maintain your balance after you begin walking in that direction. Moses carried a serpent staff through the desert, and with it he could summon the power of nature to heal or call plagues. The staff reminds you of the impermanence of all things and that your authority must come from your deep longing to serve. You know how to flow easily between polarities, how to weigh all possibilities and instinctively select the right path. Trust your inner wisdom and take the first step on a journey that your heart has already embarked on. Use the power of the staff to unite what appears to be divided, to find that delicate balance between will and surrender. You're caught in the delicate balance between opposing forces, between masculine and feminine, between action and non action. Use this to your advantage, as there can be no day without night, no low without high, no wrong without right. This is a time to take corrective action, beginning with your beliefs about what needs to be fixed or repaired. Let destiny take its course, nudging it slightly along. So you aren't lost. You're just taking a breather, sitting on a rock on the dock of the bay, watching the sun float away. So, yeah, no, you're not lost. You're not directionless. You're simply needing a breather, because card number 38, rest and replenish, this is you at this point. Okay? That's you. You have all these messages surrounding you. All of these shells are messages from soul, some bigger messages than others. And you have all of these layers and levels of new life, new being. The key to this process, this cycle, this circle of life is in the buttons. That means the key is in holding it together. Because what do buttons do? They hold two separate pieces together. So that's what you're needing to do right now. You're needing to hold it together. Make sure you stay focused on allowing yourself to simply flow, simply exist. Your soul is generating a charge right now. That's why it's needing to just be quiet and be still. If you use up all of this energy that you are currently accruing, you're entering the deep winter of this part of your journey. What happens if you decide to have a huge feast that you ain't even going to finish the food? Let's just go ahead and cook everything that we have stockpiled, because we can, let's make a feast. And we just, in a few days, the food's going to rot. Oh, well, at least we had a feast, and you're in deep winter. What happens? You starve. You go through some really difficult times, because in the deep winter, there's nothing to gather. You already have everything you need within you. And you just have to allow the process, be patient. Again, look at that symbol, the crescent moon, the crescent moon. All right? The crescent moon, the crescent moon. You have to see or try and discover for yourself the significance of the crescent moon for your personal journey. It's really, really important, because for it to be repeated and then repeated twice in another card, just like the first card, there's an emphasis on that. I don't like getting involved with anything anymore because I get pushed to the front as a leader. I'm tired and want other people to step up. I can totally relate. I hate leading. I hate being called some kind of leader or being seen as a leader, because just like you, I'm tired and want other people to step up. Well, what if they don't know how? You're tired of being a manager at the company and you want someone else to be the manager, but guess what? You have to train that manager that's going to replace you, right? So you may not want to do anything, but unfortunately, it's through your actions, it's through observing you, the way you live your life, that people learn how to lead, how to lead themselves, how to lead others. So I'm sorry, Wayne, regardless of how tired you are. No one's going to step up until they see you climbing up. They're following your lead. And when you become very vocal in your support of others, they then begin to establish a higher level of belief in themselves. And then they can begin to consider leading themselves, regardless of what your human mind wants. You're here for a reason. You're not going to be able to go back on that promise. You made a promise, and that promise is to lead. Not because you're commanding other people, but because other people look to you as a leader. And that's a sign of one of the most greatest types of leaders, one who doesn't want to be a leader, but is simply seen as one. You didn't choose yourself to be a leader. Everyone around you chose you. So unfortunately, you can't quit that kind of job. You just can't. I tried. You can't. There's no union to complain to, no grievance procedure. So that means Wayne is a template. I don't like being called a teacher either. It just, I don't know. I feel like I can relate, Wayne. I can relate. We're not teachers, we're templates. The way we teach is through allowing others to observe the way in which we conduct ourselves, the way in which we live with integrity, the manner in which we communicate the songs of our soul. Can you not point that at me?
It is not pointed to my love.
It is. I can still feel the air.
What intonation?
I'm sensitive, okay? I am hormonal. I have all sorts of hormone levels racing through my veins.
Well, I love you.
Man, you better value your life and not turn that air towards me if I feel air circulating.
Well, I'm not tripping.
He doesn't care. He really doesn't care.
I
I talk
do.
like this to him all the time and he don't care.
I care.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it.
Well, maybe you have to shift what your thoughts on leading are. That's a different type of leader. Maybe that battalion chief position was nothing but a way to train you in what you're here to really do. Lead in a different type of way. So I'm going to go ahead and begin your scan. Is there anything in particular that you want me to scan for? That is the right thing. I cannot believe you allowed me to eat that corn.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
It was a test.
Do not make me peel off one of my lashes just to throw it at you.
You're still beautiful without it. So it doesn't matter. I'll take it.
All right, he's open to anything. Let's see. I'm immediately drawn to your right hip and right knee. You have a lot of energy that accumulates in those areas, blockages, and they are creating an imbalance. Let me see. I can never remember this. Is the right feminine?
I think we go through this.
I think it's the left.
Right is masculine.
Left side of the body is feminine. All right, good. That's true because men always think they're right. Oh, hold on. That was loud. That was loud. Did you hear that?
Oh.
All right.
Mhm.
So the right side. You have a muscle imbalance. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know if you've injured it, if you've had injuries in the past, but your psoas, PSOAS, that's the muscle that connects your upper half to your lower half. It goes from midway up your spine to your sacrum. It connects the two. So that psoas muscle is basically like a bridge between your upper existence and your lower existence, spirituality in human form. Because you've been struggling with accepting yourself and your journey, and these might be very subtle type of struggles, ones you're not fully aware that you're struggling through quite yet, but it's affected your psoas. So there's a muscle imbalance, and that's really your hip muscles, your flexors and everything have been trying to overcompensate for an unstable psoas. And now your right piriformis, it basically wraps around, connects to your sacrum and wraps around the hip to stabilize the hip joint. There's a muscle imbalance there. And so your hip is tilted. It's tilted. And it's causing a lot of energetic pooling in that hip joint, slightly towards the back. I wouldn't be surprised if you also have sciatica, because the sciatic nerve, it either goes behind it or through the piriformis muscle. You also have your kundalini. It's been bound real tight, and it's almost like it's bulging. I wouldn't be surprised if you have an injury on your coccyx, your tailbone. Oh, you struggle every day. You hate being part of this world. Your heart chakra's bleeding out. Solar plexus is bulged, slightly up and slightly to the left. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a lot of discomfort kind of towards your spleen. It might be affecting your spleen at this point. Surprisingly, you have no parasitic latching. None. Not surprisingly is what I meant. Not surprisingly. The foods that you're eating, it's affecting your mood, your processing, everything. Have you been eating a lot of processed foods? Foods with dyes, pre-made foods, fast foods, all of that stuff. Your body's not compatible with any of the foods that I mentioned. You have to completely overhaul your diet. Wayne, you're not here to fix it. There's that one quote. Let me find it. Here's the quote. You, he said, are a terribly real thing in a terribly false world. And that, I believe, is why you're in so much pain. And that's the issue. You're a terribly real thing in a terribly false world. And your presence here is what restores the balance. So yes, you can't take it. Yes, it's ugly here. But when you continue to focus all of your attention on those details on your feelings about those details. That's what you're feeding such potent energy to. So you have to be responsible. Have to be responsible. And you have to shift your focus. Not shift the way you feel about the way this world is right now, because I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I'm so sick of the way people treat each other. I'm so sick of the disrespect of this place. It's disgusting. But I'm not going to continue to feed that monster. So I'm going to shift my focus. I'm not going to ignore that there's an issue. I'm going to acknowledge the issue, and I'm going to feed the solution. And that's what you have to do. You have to begin focusing your energy, your intention, your attention to solutions that can be implemented. And you're not here to save the whole world. You're here to serve as a template. And in order for you to serve as a template, you have to allow people to witness you living in your authenticity. You are not living in your authenticity right now. You're not. So, Wayne, the thing is this, although my heart bleeds right along beside yours, I'm going to have to tell you to fire battalion up. Okay? You got a job to do here. Regardless of how you feel when you were in charge of all your team on the fire department, if there is a call, regardless of how you feel, you pull those damn boots up, you put on your gear, and you get that work done, right? And that's why you had to have that job. That's what's programmed in the human brain that you currently have. So utilize it for your sole purpose. Pull your boots up. Get yourself out of this mindset. And you will. Feeling lost and actually being lost are two different things. Let that sink in. Feeling lost and being lost are two different things. Totally different things. Because you feel lost, are you actually lost? No. No. And maybe you feel lost because you've covered your eyes to what you're here to do. Okay? Right now, you don't need soft words. Right now, you need someone who is your energetic equal to look you in the eyes and be like, look, buck the fuck up. You got a job to do. You need to begin living in your authenticity. That's what you need to focus on. That's your first solution that you will be implementing. Who are you? Who do you know yourself to be?
Oh, not lost.
There you go. There you go. There you go, Wayne. Wayne is now cooking. I love it. I love it. You just need to find your job, and you're going to find it. You're going to find it. Now you have direction. Did I give you direction? No, you gave it to yourself. There you go. There you go. I think you would probably do good. Message my page. I have something that, a suggestion that I want you to consider. I'm not ready to speak about it publicly. I'm just not. So as of right now, I'm willing to talk about it with you privately. So message my page either on Facebook or email me. Can you comment my email or our email address?
Yeah.
You could do it on Facebook. My business page on Facebook is Emmy Evolving. Same as my channel. You got this, Wayne. You got this. You know you got this. You just have to experience the low points, not because you're weak, not because you have no direction or you're lost. You have to experience those low points so that you can understand the heights you're going to rise to very quickly, very, very quickly. All right. And, you know, there's times where it's appropriate for me to get real soft in my voice and sit there with someone at the bottom of that muddy pit and just sit there with them in silence and keep them company. That's not the case here for you. Nope. Nope. That's not the case here for you. I hope and I trust that you understand that. It's not for a lack of love on my part. I hope this helps you, Wayne, and I look forward to you messaging me, okay? So let's see. Briana. Bree Marie. Is Bree here? Briana? I know you're a hard ass. I was gonna be like, oh my God, Wayne.
Briana's here.
And then your higher self said no. Oh my God. I know you're a hard ass. Mirrors. Okay, Briana. Was there something in particular that you wanted to explore with your Claire Tarot? It's a Claire Tarot, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see what your higher self has to say about that. Do I look like I'm wearing tons of makeup?
Not at all.
Say it again.
Not at all.
April Rose, I do Claire Tarot readings where I've hybridized my clairvoyance with tarot and oracle cards. Well, it's really a clairvoyant reading, but I use the cards to focus my attention because I have ADHD. All right, here we go, Briana. Ooh, girl, what's going on here? So, Briana, card number 13, power of attraction. Sometimes this card can mean like a twin flame, twin ray type of connection. In this case, what I'm feeling very intensely is that you have been calling in your soul tribe, like quite a few different individuals scattered all over the world. They're coming. They're coming. This, I don't believe this has to do with romance. I believe this is you finally finding yourself around people who are like-minded, people who might not fully understand you, but accept you anyways, where you will feel like you are finally home. But before you get to this, card number 30, the perfection of your life, a lot of bridges must first be burned. Unfortunately, a lot of bridges have to be burned, and those bridges are being burned because they lead you back to toxic thought forms. You know, one of the main things that you have to do is begin shifting the way you see everything that's happened to you so far. You don't have to become a different person, all right? Excuse me. You don't have to suddenly become this like love and light warrior, energy worker, starseed blue ray, Hakoya, whatever the fuck else people keep like. Let me just stop. Let me just. I need to rinse out the salty. All right. All right. Whew. There we go. I got that salt out. So this is about you changing, shifting degree by degree. So you shift one little thing, pause, allow yourself to observe how the ripples that come from you change your environment. Shift it another degree, pause, just observe. This is all about observation, seeing the causation and the resulting effect. It's like when kids play with toys as babies, you know, you give the baby the rattle and the baby shakes it and is like, oh, when I shake it, it makes a sound. You know what I mean? So it's like really training your mind to begin learning from your experiences, from your interactions, from the way you can terraform your environment. Okay. So with that, first, the bridges have to be burned. They have to. These bridges will serve as the fuel for your rise. You can no longer allow yourself to think in the way that you used to, where no one understands me. Well, I mean, let me take that back. You can still feel that way or have those thoughts here and there, but you have to make sure you don't constantly commit to that belief, because that's what you're going to continue to manifest. If you continue to believe that that is your truth and that no one's ever going to understand you, you're going to create walls and blockages to protect yourself, right? Because you're tired of people hurting you, disappointing you, abandoning you. And those are the very things that's going to keep your soul family from being able to connect with you. You're ready. You're ready to connect with your soul family. So first, burn those bridges. Absolutely. Burn those bridges. Don't allow them to continue to exist, because they'll just take you back to areas of toxicity. You don't need to go back to those places. So card number 11, diving for light. Usually when this card comes up, it has a lot to do with a sense of feeling surrounded by darkness. And so you have to go deeper into yourself to find your light, to find your truth, to find stillness, because they say deep waters are usually still waters. Okay. The deeper the water, the more still the surface of the water is. You need to become very much entrenched in stillness. It's going to be a lot of pressure. You might have a lot of struggle, or not struggle, but discomfort in how quiet things will become. It gets scary for a lot of people because of the fact that they don't know what they have hidden within themselves. And so now is the time for you to begin exploring your shadow aspects, begin exploring and reconnecting with your inner child, all of those things. Are you single right now?
Yes.
I don't think you're going to be single for much longer. These two together speak of a connection. This emphasizes it. connection, communication between two seahorses. Now, there are some breeds of seahorse that mate for life, and then look, a reunification of coding, a merger occurring, and all of this leads to pearls of wisdom, levels of growth, a rise back up to the light. Someone's coming. Someone's coming. And they're going to help you find your confidence, your groove, and it's good for you. It's very good for you. And as you find this, it's just going to come in. This is not something you're going to look for. This is something that's just going to happen. It's going to come in, and then, you're probably going to be very like, I don't know about you. And then suddenly you're like, oh my God, I can't stop thinking about you. Ah, oh, it's a lot of energy. Give me 1 second. Okay, that's fine. I'm just feeling someone. But yeah, no, I think you've experienced something similar to a dark night of the soul, not fully a dark night of the soul, but something close to it. And it's really initiating quiet. It's initiating an ascension cycle. Okay, you're almost done with it. Hang in there. Hang in there. You will find out who this is very soon. All right? Ooh. Apparently, that's a message for both of us. Do you feel something in your chest right now? I feel it too. You'll find out. You'll find out where that's coming from soon. So breathe very deep and very slow. Okay, Briana? Just gonna get us some. How do you feel? Good night, Sherry. So you might experience energetic detox over the next few days. You should feel amazing for the rest of the day or the night. And then starting the following day, you can feel flu-like symptoms with no fever, body aches, emotional rawness, just a whole purge. Excuse me. And that tends to last 7 to 10 days. Okay. This might be a large amount that's being purged. You might find yourself very emotional. All right. The more you resist processing the thoughts and the feelings that rise up, the memories, the old traumas, the more intense your experience is going to be. So instead of feeling like, why am I crying? This is so silly. I already dealt with all of that before. I should be over this. That's going to create a blockage and you're going to end up suffering more. Okay. Instead, try this. You know what? What they did to me was really messed up. I should be mad. I really should be mad. And yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad and I'm hurt. And allow yourself to cry if you feel the need to cry. You don't have to message anyone. This is not some 12-step program where you make a list of names and then you contact them. No, this is none of that. You're just processing. And the key is allowing yourself to process without lingering there for too long, meaning acknowledging you were wronged, you were hurt, you had a reason to feel this way. You still have a reason to feel this way. But you know what? You're not stuck at that moment anymore. You've moved forward in life and you're just visiting. You're not going to stay there. You're just visiting. And that will really help you to process. It feels like there's a lot that's going to be coming out. Okay. It might be very intense, but you absolutely can and will get through it. Oh, I know I could feel like the emotions the whole time I was working on you. It was a lot. It was a lot. And this impending reunification that you're going to experience, it's going to be a very profound connection that you have with another person. Is it going to lead to romance? I don't know. Not all of these types of connections lead to romance. Sometimes it just leads to one of the most profound and really deep, lifelong friendships you'll ever have. Sometimes it could be that. Okay. So definitely keep yourself open to experiencing whatever your higher self feels you need to experience. So now, Evu Thompson. Evu, are you here? You're welcome, Briana.
Who are you looking for?
Evu Thompson.
Is it Evie?
Evie?
Yeah.
I don't
Evie?
know. Well, it's
That's how you spell-
EVU, not EVI.
I think it's Evie. Okay.
I just kind of want to put this out there. Don't be afraid of people leaving. The truth of love sets people free. Free to be who they are, free to be how they are, free to go wherever they choose to go. And if you're afraid to let them leave, that's not necessarily love. Okay?
She's here.
Evie!
I told you
All
it's
right.
her.
What? What did you say?
I told you that was her.
Oh, no, I was just saying, like, the spelling was different.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if it is her.
I looked at the email.
Oh, okay. Evie, I want you to please breathe very deep and very slow. How do you feel, Evie? Oh, yeah, it's not a typo.
That's what we used to call it.
Yeah, because whenever I used to live stream, whenever I'd write in the description, my phone kept changing live stream to love stream. I was like, okay, fine. It's a love stream, which is what it is. Just breathe, Evie. Love that song so much. My lips are getting so freaking dry. Look at all this makeup I'm putting on. I have to wipe this off before I do Clairteros because it's disrespectful to the spirits. Look at all that change in the color of my lips.
Do yours look like that again?
What? You feel excited? Do you feel dizzy? No dizziness, right? I think my lip cracked.
Serious?
Yeah, it hurts. I let it get too dry. Did I eat today?
Earlier.
What did I eat?
Made you a steak salad? Was it this one?
No. That was yesterday.
Well, shit, you didn't eat?
You ain't taking care of me. All right, she's a little bit dizzy. Breathe very deep and very slow. Make sure you stay seated, okay? Your lips might start to tingle a little bit, but the dizziness should get better, okay? Right, Ramona? I was like, why am I so hungry? I'm feeling kind of like passing out. Not really passing out. I have hypoglycemia. So it's because I had coffee earlier. Awesome. Keep your booty seated. Let's see. Is there anyone else?
No,
I don't think so, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Oh, you closed the link, right?
Oh, so did.
Perfect.
You made it hidden. And that's like, people can still purchase if it's hidden.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it has to be unavailable, not hidden.
Oh.
If they have the link, they can still purchase.
So that's why stuff is still coming in?
That's why I was like, what the hell? I didn't know what I was looking for.
My bad. Anyways, Evie, you are doing amazing. Let me go ahead and do this, you guys. I want to go and excuse me. Oh, it's in the phone. I want to go ahead and do number wars really quick. Yes, you are, Evie. I cannot wait for your appointment. Next month.
It's not even that far anymore.
No, it's not. All right, guys, pick a number. Oh, hi, Catherine. Pick a number from 1 to 100. The first comment that I see that matches what I have written on my phone will win a Claire Tarot from me. I'm sleepy. Look at all these walls are built. Baby, they're tumbling down. Didn't even put up a fight. Didn't even make a sound. Found a way to let you in, but I never really had a doubt. Standing in the light of your halo, I've got my angel now. It's like I've been awakened. Every rule I had you breaking. It's a risk that I'm taking. Never gonna shut you out. You're everything I need and more. written all over your face, staring in the light of your halo. Know you're my saving grace. I can see your halo. Wait, nope, 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 nope. I can see your halo, 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 halo. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hit me like a ray of sun, burning through my darkest night. Thing that I want. Think I'm addicted to your light. Okay. I think I'm getting fucked with again. I am pretty certain. Pretty certain. Well, you should get off this live stream and take care of your demonic ass ears if they're bleeding.
Where?
He said his ears are bleeding.
Where?
Because I'm singing. Okay. You want me to sing for real? Pour some sugar on me. Make it real nasty.
Right.
In the name of love, pour some sugar on me. I can't get enough. Pour some. Fucking, they're hiding my number. It was 88.
Someone type it.
First person to type 88 wins.
Jesus Christ. 88.
Yeah, no, they're hiding that shit. See, but you
Say it now. Just don't say you said it. Just type it.
pour some sugar on me. In the name of love, pour some sugar on me. I can't get enough. Pour some sugar on me. I'm not. What are they writing? It's still going. That's still they stop with the numbers. I don't know what they're writing. Why do they hide that number? Because they're grotchky little hoe bags too.
Grotchky, eh?
Yeah. Let me pick a different number. Okay, here. Oh shit. Shiate. Okay. No. Okay. Here we go. I got a number, guys. Let's do it again.
Stop picking that other number. Okay.
I'm not going to pick that number anymore.
Ever again.
I'm not going to pick that number ever. Ooh, 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 ooh. Uh, uh, uh. Da da da, somewhere over. Claudia, you got it. Claudia, you got it. Hold on, wait. Yes, Claudia got it. Damn, like I won. Here we go. 91. Okay. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Claudia C., you won at 91. Okay. Somewhere Where over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly. Woo. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through the sad times, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. All right, here we go. Oh. Wow. Ooh, girl. Girlfriend. Just pull a couple of these. No, okay. Sorry. I was going to pull a couple more. So here goes. Things are about to get sticky, icky. Okay. It's about to get sticky, icky. You're letting your thoughts get away from you. There are messages coming in from your higher self, but your worries and fears about whatever you're going through is making things much stickier for you than they actually need to be. Be careful not to decide things out of I guess like a sense of fear, because something is trying to manipulate you. Okay. That something might just be your ego. Your ego's flipped. The way your ego functions, it shrinks you versus making you think. So it might be rooted in ego. You have to begin closing your eyes to the fears that you're having. What is going on? Hold on. It's this sense that you're being watched again. And a lot of like, no. Hold on. I have to pull other cards. No, I'm being very realistic about this. This is not, that's a manipulation. Give me 1 second, okay? And no, I don't feel like, yeah, see. I don't feel like you have a parasitic circumstance within your auric field. I think something keeps continuing to try to breach, and it's not able to. Do you know someone named Lou? Lou? No. Huh? All right. No, let me just. Oh, wait. It was. So here goes. Yeah. So this card came up and then it looked like a name was written. It's Three of Swords, right? And it kind of looks like it kind of looked like the name Lou, but since everything's flipped, that looks like a that looks like a J. So Three of Swords, in reverse: distraction, confusion, disorder, mistake, incompatibility, anxiety, and loss. Um, and then we have the Lover's card popping up. There's a lot of crazy ass energy right now. Are you having a racing heart? Can you turn off that heater? I'm legit gonna die. Can you turn on this fan?
I'm gonna leave.
My breasts are sweating.
What?
My breasts are sweating at this point.
Thank you.
I'm so freaking hot, you guys.
Yes, you are.
Turn on. Okay. It feels like there's a lot of chaotic confusion that's trying to be initiated. Um, like like this Lover's card. I mean, I don't know. This doesn't even feel like love, beauty, perfection, harmony, trust, romance, deep feeling, optimism, freedom of emotion, testing someone. The testing someone sounds about right, like you're being tested. But it doesn't, this card feels like it's tainted. Does that make sense? It feels like your focus is constantly trying to be turned into something else, and it shouldn't go in that direction. And maybe momentarily it'll cause you to turn towards that more distracting thought, but you're very quick to refocus on what you need to be focused on. And then you have Nine of Swords, miscarriage, anxiety over a loved one, worry, despair. I mean, you might be going through some challenges, but like despair? I don't even feel like that really resonates. You don't feel that, right? Like this feels like bullshit. These cards feel like bullshit. I don't feel like you feel as though you're being made a fool of. I don't feel as though you feel like you're being turned into a puppet. Like it doesn't feel genuine to you. Um, and then I started reading this and how, it's a sticky circumstance, but then it's like, I don't really feel like that's how you are, though. I will tell you this. I feel like the cards are being affected. I will tell you this. Three of Swords. One to one to defend you, and two attacking you. Like even this is switched. I feel like there are two who, and I think those two are a twin pair. Yeah, those two energies had popped up in a previous reading of yours. I believe it was recent too, and I messaged you about it instead of saying on the live. But it feels like those two same energies are focused on you. Mm. I'm just trying to discern. Yeah, I know those faces. I'm trying to discern, like, what is this really about? Because what your energy tells me is that you're just kind of flowing, you know? Like, yeah, things happen in life. Yeah, things need to be addressed. Um, is it a bad time? Are you like ridiculously I don't necessarily feel that. I feel like you've adjusted. Was it yesterday? It feels like there's a lot of manipulation and distortion happening outside. Um, you feel that too. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't have a more in-depth reading. There's a lot of interference going on, like a lot of interference. I'm not sure why. I'm really not sure why, but it's starting to annoy me. Um, yeah, you guys, I totally, the moment the cards start doing that is the moment I'm not reading them anymore. Yeah. I'm not going to be giving out like tainted information. Let's just go ahead and do this real quick. Just gonna burn a little Palo. All right. And let's go ahead. How do you guys feel? Do you guys feel more calm? Better? 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 All right, guys. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me. It really means a lot that you guys spent all this time with me tonight. So if you haven't already given this video a thumbs up, please give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell. Join me every single time I'm live. So I will see you guys again very soon. I will continue the zodiac readings this coming week. All right. Bye, guys.